What's going on, my trainer club? Today we are going to break down the top Kyogre counters with the new Pokemon in the mix, as well as helping you beat Kyogre fast so you can maximize on the raids before and after this 3-hour raid window. So you know what time it is. Welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. Kyogre is back again. Let me know in the comments, are you stoked to be able to get Kyogre in his shiny and non-shiny form? Because Kyogre is an absolute beast as far as the water attackers go. So he is a must-have to be able to get a good one, to power some up, to be able to maximize on your raid parties. So today what we're going to check out is the top Kyogre counters that are going to help you beat him in the most efficient manner that you possibly can. So let's get right into it and let's maximize. For the dinner raid hours, we do want to maximize on these parties because we want to beat them very quickly if we're trying to do a lot, right? The more you can do, the better chance you're gonna have to kind of see a 100% and then also see a potential shiny. So I suggest doing a lot. So what we're gonna wanna do is set up and know everything that we need to be able to help you max out on this day. So starting off, the 100% IV for the Kyogre is going to be 2351 at level 20. And then boosted under rainy conditions at level 25, he is going to be a 2939. 2939 at level 25 boosted in the rain. So that's what you have to look out for. And before we get into the counters, I just want to point out his moveset. Usually we look at it after, but since it's pretty influential to who you're going to pick, I'm going to look at it before. So Kyogre can get Waterfall as his quick move. He does not have another quick move. His specials are going to be what determine who we are going to use. So number one, his special is going to be Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump is a pretty beast special. It does a good amount of damage, but it is not going to be his most questionable one. He also does Thunder, which is a 1-bar special, which also doesn't have any influence. The special that we have to look out for, and we really have no idea of how to predict what's coming based on these switches in the raid battle setup parties that Pokemon Go auto selects for you, is going to be Blizzard. Blizzard is a dominant special. It really does a lot of power. So Hydro Pump and Blizzard are going to be his two strongest specials, and Blizzard in particular is going to wipe out any of his potential grass counter weaknesses. So his weaknesses are going to be electric, obviously, and grass. So everything you're going to see in here is going to be electric and grass. However, that Blizzard then makes all of the grass Pokemon negligent because it is going to one-hit KO all your grass Pokemon. Meaning as soon as that special comes in, your Pokemon is dead. So if you have a full party of grass Pokemon and he has Blizzards, 6 specials, your party's wiped out. So what I'm going to recommend is that we focus on the electric Pokemon heavily. We want to mainly have the heavily electric Pokemon. However, this is still crazy. That Blizzard, I was fighting a Kyogre yesterday, hit me one time with an electric Pokemon and I literally had a sliver of health left. So Blizzard is one of those specials that you really want to go in with a bigger party. Under the appropriate weather conditions, Kyogre can be duoed with the right level trainers as well as the right level Pokemon of those trainers, meaning either it's going to be in sun or it's going to be in rain. As long as he doesn't have that Blizzard in the sun, you're going to be able to duo it. So I would not suggest doing that unless you're experienced with duoing. Highly suggest that you go in with at least 4 people, because we went in with 4 yesterday and we literally went all the way to 50 seconds fighting it with Blizzard. It went through 2 full battle parties with 4 trainers. Pretty impressive that move is. So getting right into it, we have the top counters and we are going to start at the top as always, and then we're going to work our way down. But if you want the entirety of my catch, make sure to check out the resources we have up here. So getting right into it, we have the number 1 raid counter is going to be Raikou. Raikou is going to be an absolute beast, and the best moveset for the Raikou is going to be Thunder Shock Wild Charge. So that's going to be a very quick fast move and a powerful 2-bar special. The second one we have is the Magnezone. Magnezone is going to be Spark and Wild Charge. And then we are going to have the Electivire. Electivire is going to be Thunder Shock as well as the Wild Charge. And I'm just going to pause right here and say that if you have any of these Pokemon, these are going to be the guys you want to heavily fill the beginning of your party with, because they are not going to be damaged by the Blizzard quite as much as these next Pokemon. So although grass is very effective, if the moveset comes out not in your favor, which we really don't have a way to tell anymore because now the auto selector in Pokemon Go is selecting by DPS as opposed to what the moveset is. The moveset really gave us an indicator of what was coming. I really like that. I'm perfectly fine picking my own DPS. However, now what happens is it's going to put your best DPS guys in there, so we don't really have a way to tell unless you have one person get there early, start the raid lobby, see what the special is, and then back out. So that's really the only way to tell, to be able to help you guys set up. So my recommendation, heavily fill the beginning parts of your party with these electric Pokemon, because they're not going to have a potential downside to one of their weaknesses. And we have the second half of the Supreme counters. However, typically we don't see this being split up, but it is right now because of this Blizzard move. So depending on the moveset, starting off, we have the number one, which is going to be the Fury Cutter Frenzy Plant, which is the Community Day move for the Sceptile. Sceptile is going to be the first in the DPS category when we are going to the move dependent on the Blizzard. We can have the Thunder Shock, Thunderbolt, Zapdos, and the reason why I'm saying that is because flying is also weak to ice. So if he has that ice move, this Zapdos is not going to do any damage, man. I mean, it's literally going to get hit out before you can do a special. So the second one we can have is the Alolan Executor with Bullet Seed, Solar Beam, followed by the Roserade with the Razor Leaf, Grass Knot move combination, and then we can have the Mewtwo with the Psycho Cut, Thunderbolt combination. So these guys are some of the Pokemon that you want to take into account if he does not have Blizzard. You don't typically want to be putting these guys with Blizzard. However, the Mewtwo would be okay with the Blizzard, but he's not the best and most effective. So stick with those electric guys at the front of your party. So now we're going to break down the excellent counters. However, from here on out, the time to win is going up a little bit. So I would stick to the top as always, but if you need other Pokemon, you don't have any of these other guys, we're going to get into this right now so you can check these out. So at the number one spot, we have the Luxray with the Spark and Wild Charge combination. Next, we are going to have the Breloom with the Double Grass, the actual legacy moveset of the Bullet Seed and the Grass Knot. And then we have the Venusaur coming in. We have the Venusaur with the Vine Whip Frenzy Plant. And then we have the Tangrowth with the Vine Whip Solar Beam. And then we have the Executor regular form with the Bullet Seed Solar Beam as well. And then we have the Shift Tree, we have the Victory Bell, and we have the Leafeon, all with the same move of the Razor Leaf and the Leaf Blade. And then we have the Jolteon with the Thunder Shock and the Discharge. And then we have the Carnivine with the Vine Whip and the Power Whip, followed by the Torterra with the Razor Leaf and the Solar Beam. So those are all the updated Pokemon that you have. Like I said before, and I'm gonna stretch this again because really, realistically, that Blizzard will wipe out any of the grass, so heavily focused on those top three electrics, being the Raikou, the Magnezone, and the Electivire. Make sure those guys are in there in the front of your party always if you have them. If not, we have the Raikou coming up next weekend that you can stock up on to help you boost up your party. So now we're going to get into the weather and how it affects. There's only 3 weather conditions that really affect. So number 1 is going to be sunny. It's going to boost your grass type Pokemon. This is going to be for the duos or the really strong ones. Anything without the Blizzard, you can use this. Then we have the snow, which is going to boost the Blizzard. The boosted Blizzard is going to absolutely destroy. So I really feel bad for you if it's snowing and he has Blizzard. It's going to take you down super fast. Doesn't matter your Pokemon, you're done. And then we have the rain, which is going to boost the Kyogre to level 25. It's also going to boost his Thunder, his Waterfall, and his Hydro Pump moveset. So it's going to make him a stronger Pokemon, but you're also going to be able to catch him at level 25. So what do we do about this Kyogre? Go in with big parties. That's my number 1 tip. You absolutely must go in with big parties. The bigger the party, the easier it's going to be because you're going to be fainting out a lot. He's a powerful, powerful Pokemon. He's a must-have. If you encounter the shiny, make sure to give it that Pineapple Berry because you're going to be able to get candy. And since it's double candy right now, you're going to be able to get 12 candies for that catch. So that's absolutely amazing. If you don't have a good one, you can also consider pineapping it. But catching 1 with 6 candies is a little bit better than catching 0, right? So take that into account. And then also we have the raid hour tonight. So what I would suggest doing is finding a downtown location, mapping out if you don't have it, you have an hour. So the max I think you can really do is about 10 to 12 raids, honestly. Unless you're in a really, really populated area with people already doing raids that they already have the countdown timer started for you. Because you have, right, the 2-minute countdown timer. Then you have maybe about 2 minutes to catch it. So 5 minutes, 5 times 10 is 50. So if you have 50 minutes worth, and then that's not accounting for the difference of where you're going. So you're doing maximum about 10 raids. So take that into account, know what you need. You need the Pineapple Berries, especially for those shinies. Get to the downtown area, have your passes pre-bought because you know when you're going from these gyms to gyms, you're getting all these rewards. You don't want to have your bag all the way stocked up and then you can't buy a pass and you have to waste time going for it because these 1-hour raid windows are pretty efficient. So be there, do it. Make sure to have as much as you possibly can and be efficient as possible. So I want to thank you for being a part of the Trainer Club. and do those raid times, dinner windows, especially tonight. Get those, have your party set up, and be ready to catch that Kyogre. And then of course, if you need any of my resources as far as the excellent throw goes, you know you can find it in the end of the video, and then also you can find it in the description. So thank you for being a part of the Trainer Club. I'll see you out on that next video. Peace.